Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to Sacred Rose Tarot 1111. Today we have a message coming to us from Saint Germain about karma releasing. It says, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. I like how this card is very interesting to me. He's got a cape, like sort of makes me think of like a magician's cape. He also has wings in the middle of his heart space, in this gem right here in his heart space. There's a lot of purple here. Purple often is associated with the crown chakra, and these wings are very Egyptian to me. And then we also have some, I'm not sure if this is like sacred geometry up here or if it's like scientific, or I'm not sure, but there's definitely images here. There's planets. I think that's the planet sign for Saturn, maybe Venus. I'm not sure all the symbols on here. But we also have the all-seeing eye, or what appears to be something similar to the all-seeing eye up here. So a lot of information. I have never, pulled this card before. So I'm interested to see what it's going to have to say. All right, this card comes to us from the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards by Kyle Gray. It says here, Saint Germain was born in France in the 18th century and is said to have been given a new identity because he was the love child of two very powerful people. He was well educated and able to rub shoulders with royalty. He was also deeply interested in magic, alchemy, and the cosmos, and able to perform real-life miracles and turn lead into gold. Now he helps us move beyond social limitations to connect with the right people for the highest good. He's still a master alchemist and able to help us turn whatever is leaden in our life into something that is golden. His twin flame is Lady Portia, and he is the keeper of the violet flame, the powerful etheric retreat where we can release karma. Wonderful. All right. It says here in the extended message, karma is the spiritual law of cause and effect. We experience many levels of karma. Some we inherit from our family, and some from the people we keep helping out of the problems they keep creating. Saint Germain is here now to clear your energy so that you no longer have the weight of the world, or your loved ones' world, on your shoulder. Be aware that an old pattern is leaving your life and creating space for something more loving to enter. Visualize yourself surrounded by a fiery violet cloak to release all the karma you no longer need. All right. Well, that's starting off to be a very good message. Very positive indeed. I like that. All right, so let's keep going, see what we can uncover here, and see what his message to us is today. So we have here, this is a very feminine card, feminine energy. I believe we're still in National Women's Recognition and Awareness Month. So I like these cards with all the feminine energy. It represents, what is it? Maiden, mother, crone. So that the different various stages throughout the life of a woman. So, all right. And we have here card number 37. 7 plus 3 is 10. So 10 marks the new beginnings. And it says here, focus on the light. I, for one, absolutely love sunflowers, and I can't not see this giant sunflower in the middle of this picture. And in fact, when I was in my backyard today, walking barefoot so that I can work on getting grounded and everything before my reading, and in doing some healing work with my daughter, I noticed some plants that appear to be wild sunflower plants. Right now, they're still just the green plant part. They haven't grown yet, but I'm hoping that they will become sunflowers. That would be wonderful. So also in this cards, the sunflower really looks to me like a big sun. So you get like the warmth and the happiness, the feeling of the sun. It's very life-giving. We can see in her hands, she's holding what appears to be some beautiful light. So yeah, let's read this card and see what that's about. And that card comes to us, the Sacred Rebels Oracle, from Alana Fairchild. It says here, a tremendous force of light is gathering around you. It is attracted to the purity of your intention to create from your heart. As your intention grows, so does the light. As the light grows, so does your intention. Magic wants to happen for you now. The synchronicity, perfect timing, opportunities, and information that are needed will seem to be drawn right to your door. You may start to feel as if you cannot walk outside without stumbling into something helpful, wonderful, and inspiring. You might be startled as the interplay of light with your heart evokes many new successes and attracts an abundance of opportunities your way. You may need to adjust as the field of light grows stronger and its effect becomes more palpable. It may bring rather dramatic improvements into your world. You may be uncomfortable or feel out of your depth with these changes. This would be understandable, but it would be a shame for you to hold on to that resistance for anything more than a brief moment. Any resistance or fear will inhibit the continuing free flow of the light so that it can manifest its beauty through you in the physical world where it is needed. It is best to stay focused on your pure heart and intentions. Just allow all else to happen of its own accord without making it mean anything too personal. Simply let it be the workings of the great light of love flowing through a pure heart and touching. Let's see, we got to turn the page here. And touching the world. Even if the light that is drawn to you and flows through you has some dazzling effects, you don't have to get caught up in it. Doing so might start you worrying that you are unworthy or that you are unable to keep up. This worry will constrict possibilities rather than allowing the free flow of the light. You have permission simply to be appreciative of the light and to enjoy it as you continue to focus on what really matters, the pure intention of your heart and your desire to create. If you're not sure what this means or how it would look on a practical level, consider this example. A service-oriented business becomes very successful financially and gains considerable commercial power, which can be used to help promote its message or assist other organizations in gaining exposure to the public. Of course, that power could be used in less pure ways, such as boosting personal ego rather than promoting the agenda of the heart. Power games in politics might start erupting as the people grab for their share, and suddenly the purity of the project begins to crumble. Sometimes success can be like a powerful mirror and a shining searchlight as it shows up what was already within someone or a group of people. Under the spotlight of success, it is more intense, amplified, and obvious. This can give us an opportunity to sow the seeds of our own destruction or to work on what arises from a heart-centered perspective to create a firmer foundation that supports even greater attainment. How could that work in this example? By returning attention to the heart of why the business was started in the first place. It is wise to maintain focus on the pure original motivation for the work, rather than shifting course to focus on money or influence. The latter are not bad per se, but they are a rather different vibration, focused on personal gain rather than heart-centered contribution. When focus shifts from the heart, the underlying energy of any creative project can become contaminated with lower vibrational forces, such as fear, which is behind greed, for example. If this is not rectified, that business or creative project will begin to change. It will lose the luster of its original purpose that made it so attractive and magnetic to the light. Its continued ability to grow as a light in the world is diminished. It may end up becoming just another corporate machine, successful according to more conventional measures, or not. The genuine heart-centered success that creates a win-win field of energy for all involved can only be attained, nurtured, and expanded when those creating the project or business remain focused on the purity of their own original intentions. This oracle brings an assurance of success of the highest order, not just commercially, but from the heart. It will manifest as a highly valuable offering to the world. This applies to a project, endeavor, or organization in which you are involved. Your heart will help you realize which group or project it applies to. It may be more than one. However, you must stay focused. Enjoy the glittering lights of success, but don't be distracted by them. Stay on point with what you want to create and why. Stay true to yourself. This oracle also brings another message. Don't be distracted by other paths around you at this time, as you are too close to succeeding on the one you are on now. Diluting your energies in the pursuit of too much will slow down your success, and the world needs your light to shine sooner rather than later. In time, you may diversify and explore other ways to express yourself, but for now, build what you're working on and know that success is coming swiftly. Let me see. I don't know if there's anything on the next page, but I'm going to double check because these ones are often long, so I just want to double check really quick. And I'm messing up the cards, and cats are playing around and hissing behind me. Okay, yes, there is a healing process. It says here, imagine that a huge sunflower is following the sun from sunrise to sunset. Imagine a golden arc of light being created by the gently moving head of the sunflower. That arc of light flips upside down to become a vessel filled with golden energy that drops down like a rainfall of energy from the golden orb of the sun. Imagine you can breathe in the vessel of gold energy. It feels good. Stay with that good feeling and let it settle in your heart. In your own time, just open your eyes. You have completed your healing process. So I would say if you're interested in that, it's sort of like a little meditation. And I'm like, cards got messed up over here. It's sort of like a little meditation. So I would say if you're interested in doing that, you can, of course, rewind the video. You can pause it. You can replay it. However you want to do that to your liking. Okay. All right, moving right along, we have another card here. It says spiritual abundance. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. I love this card. It's so beautiful. And it sounds to me like, and I kind of went right on and didn't even really address this one here, but this one was talking about like some magic happening, some really big, very abundant things happening. And the importance of staying focused and on your true path and following your heart, because you're like calling in this amazing, powerful light. And coming off of Saint Germain's information that was shared to us from this guidebook, it's like, wow, there's some definite alchemical magic at play. You know what I mean? There's like some really good things happening. And you're in this very powerful energy. And if any of this is resonating with you, be sure to protect your energy, purify your space. Just stay in that attitude of gratitude. Keep your thoughts on things of positive vibration. Yeah, that's really amazing and beautiful. I can't wait to see how that all comes about. 12:12 on the clock as I said that. All right, so spiritual abundance. This angel here is, I just love how shiny and beautiful her light is. Like she's just got this beautiful aura and it just glows and shines right out of her, like just a lovely energy. She's got this beautiful flower on her head. It's very feminine energy. And she's holding gold. Like she's like, here, I want to share my gold with you. Yay. It's like happy and beautiful and just giving. Looks like she's giving, like she's going to give somebody this abundant gold offering from a beautiful heart space. It makes her happy to do so. So this could be saying that, from whatever's going on with this card, it could say, and it's interesting how that came down and they're touching now. So that's very interesting. In this experience, there could be something happening, an idea, a project, a new business venture, whatever it is that you're bringing in, you're attracting to you, and you're drawing in that pure light with your heart space, the purity of your heart space. It could very well mean this abundant overflow is going to allow you to be generous and giving to others and help them experience a loving, abundant, like a windfall of resources, cash, whatever it is. It doesn't necessarily have to be those things. It could just be your time, your energy, your focus and attention, those kind of things. But there's something really, there's some sort of like big thing happening here. It feels very powerful. And quite honestly, it does feel like business and financial related. So we'll have to keep seeing how the story goes and how it how it becomes more apparent to us by this great unveiling. Okay, let's see. So the next card comes to us from the Inner Child Oracle. It's card number 37. This Focus on the Light card is also card number 37. 37 and 37. Okay. So we're definitely seeing some synchronicities. 37 again, 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 is a new beginning, the start of something new. And it says here, write a letter to your inner child. That sounds kind of fun. We have a double rainbow. Double rainbows are associated with good luck and prosperity and abundance. You've got the sun shining over here. Everything's looking good. It's beautiful energy. All right, let's read it and see what it says. All right, and again, this card comes to us from the Inner Child Oracle Guidebook by Mandolin Aisling. In number 37, it says, write a letter. Along this healing journey, it can be helpful to write letters to your inner child. Powerful emotions can be released and expressed through letter writing, either to your inner child or as your inner child. If you have pulled this card, it's time to write a letter and listen to your intuition. Awareness exercise. If you're writing a letter to your inner child, take time today to cherish who you were as a child. Before you begin your letter, write down all of the beautiful things about who you were then. If this is a hard practice for you, write down objective things that are beautiful about all children, such as, something like laughter and playfulness. Once you have done this, write a letter to your inner child, telling them just how much you love them, how much you cherish them, and how much you adore them. If there are specific things that your inner child needs to hear, like that they are worthy or special or forgiven, now is the time to tell them so. If you're writing a letter as your inner child, take time to remember what it felt like. Let me turn the page here. What it felt like. Sorry. I need to get a stand, I think. What it felt like to be a child. Reflect on the memories you have and give your inner child the permission they need to speak. Once you are ready, write down what needs to come forth. There might be certain people that your inner child wishes to write to, including your present self. It is good to practice non-judgment and acceptance as your inner child speaks. There might be surprising or unwanted statements that come up through this process, but know that these statements are in no way a reflection of your worth or the worth of others in your life. This is just the process of healing. Once you have finished writing your letter, it can be quite cathartic, particularly if your letter included heavy or sad elements. To burn it in a releasing ritual. To practice the releasing ritual, first set your intention to let go of what once was and invite love and forgiveness in. Then burn your letter. Be sure to only burn paper and to do so safely. You can also place your letter in a sacred or secret place for safekeeping. Responsive journaling prompt. You can, if you do responsive journaling, you can ask the question to yourself, how does your inner child feel after receiving or writing this letter? And you can meditate it and you can record your response. Do they feel seen and known? Again, something to meditate upon. That's incredible. I never thought, and quite frankly, I'm trying to think if I've ever had anybody tell me or if I've ever heard of that notion, writing a letter to your inner child or to your present self from the perspective of your inner child. That's a very intriguing thought and concept. And I do see that could definitely be healing. I like that, especially if it encourages you to play or sort of engage in childlike energy, do something fun and exciting, or just something that makes you laugh. I'm kind of getting especially when that part about laughing, children's laughter and playfulness, it's beautiful energy. So it's interesting that it came out. So let's keep going. All right. This card says angry people. Yikes. See, that's interesting. She's all colorful, but she's kind of oh, I'm kind of sad. I don't know what to do here. And there's angry faced people over here. The kitty cat's what's wrong? Oh, don't engage with angry people. Don't engage with angry people. Good thing. Easy, right? To remember. But how easy is it when somebody's being mean to us and we want to just pop off and tell them straight away where they can go and how they can get there, right? Well, what happens if we just say, you know what, I don't need any of that. I'm not going to engage with those people. You know what, I kind of actually feel sad and sorry for them. How miserable must somebody be to sit there and just be angry for no reason towards somebody? Maybe out of their jealousy or their whatever they got going on. I don't know. It's kind of sad, actually, to pity them instead of be angry and meet their right at their angry place. 47, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's an 11, 1 plus 1, all the way broken down as a number of balance because it equals 2. So yeah, don't meet them at their place. You'll actually balance out and clear that energy by being the higher person, being the better person, and staying in your high vibration. In fact, let me see if I have this marked in this card. This book. All right, this comes to us from Gold Ink. I do have it marked. And I did so because I think everybody, it's kind of common knowledge to be like, yeah, just don't be as ugly as them. Don't meet them in that low vibration, right? But I think there's something here about ways to not meet them there, maybe. Let's see. If you're near dangerous or angry people, call in the archangels for protection. Move away from them if necessary. Ask the angels to white light you, your family, and your property. Ask them to surround you with mirrors to reflect any negative energy directed at you and to only let loving energy in. Ask Archangel Michael to infuse blue light into the situation. Archangel Michael is the archangel of protection and can help an infinite number of people all at the same time. When people are insulting you with a verbal rant, take a breath and try to stay calm. If the situation gets too intense, call in your angels for more help. You'll be surprised how much the situation improves. Speak to them in a calm manner. You know you've made progress when they start apologizing to you for their bad behavior. Okay, so I like that idea of calling in protection from Archangel Michael and other archangels that are available to help you. They're always standing by and they're always ready. All we have to do is ask. So that's a great reminder. I also love the idea of the calling in white light to protect not only you, but your family members, your property, your land, whatever it is, so that these people or persons or individual that's being ugly to you, all of that energy is not going to, penetrate your aura and your safe space, because that area is now protected by the white light. And also calling in the blue light of Archangel Michael is going to be something pretty spectacular. And it's very likely that individual is going to feel it and back off. So that's good. All right, so that's a good reminder. Let's see what else we have here. Humor. All right. Surround yourself with people who have a sense of humor and a smile on their face. I like it. I love being silly and goofy and funny. Of course, there's always times for silly, seriousness and all of that, right? But when I look at this card kind of makes me laugh a little bit. All the colors and everything. It's quite funny. And this number is 30. 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 is... it's like a good number for working together with others. I want to say 3 means something else, but it's escaping my mind right now, so we might come back to that. In any event, maybe it's just not important to look at right now. So let's see what this card says. This is a message from your angels to either spend more time with humorous people or to have a laugh yourself, as this will raise your vibration. There are too many serious things happening in the world, and if we took notice of all the drama going on, we would live very sad lives. This is also a message to go out and have some fun. Actively plan social events that you like doing so you have something to look forward to. Plan on going out to a band with friends and singing and dancing the night away. Go to a live comedy show or see a funny movie with your friends. Consciously choose to be happy and actively do things you enjoy every day. When you're in a good mood, you are more able to tune into your intuition and get the messages and inspiration from the universe that you need. Laughing produces feel-good hormones and helps keep you healthy. All right. Okay, very cool. I love it. We all, I think, could benefit from some humor from time to time. That's for sure. Let's see what else we have. We have Cracked Open. Rock Bottom, Surrender to the Alchemy of Life. Ooh, we have some more alchemy going on. Remember these ones? These 3 right here? And this one looks like the product of alchemy. Some lead has been turned into gold. So, yeah, there's definitely some alchemy happening. And let's see. And I love how in this card it looks like... sure, she's cracked open, but it's like not a big mess or anything. It's instead revealing her beautiful inner light. So that's very interesting. let's see what this card has to say. This card comes to us from the Starseed Oracle Guidebook by Rebecca Campbell. And it says here, don't let the weight and density of the world squash your tender spirit. Instead, let it call even more of it home into your body. At the center front of your life, it's through the extreme pressure of life's trials that diamonds are cultivated. It's when things are at their darkest that we cultivate proper faith and our light is ignited. It's through the crumbling that we can allow our wounds to be alchemized. Oh, there's some more alchemy going on there. Let your pain, sorrow, and losses make you, not break you. Let life alchemize your tragedies into gold. Be open to being cracked open, wide open. It's the difficult times that help us grow in leaps and bounds and in ways we can only dream were possible. But first, they have to crack us open. Sometimes it hurts like hell. It's nature's way. Whether you let it happen or not, it's going to happen. So surrender to the process. It's how the light gets in. When your heart cracks open, a space is created for your soul to more fully enter. When your soul cracks open, a space is created for the grace of the Holy Spirit to enter. Let your trials, your sorrows, your pains, and your losses transform you into more and more of yourself. Stay open to the possibility that your tragedies, your losses, your sorrows, and your hurt happened for you, not to you. Bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Surrender to the alchemy of life. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you let life crack you open? Wow, I like that, because the world needs you open. Surrender to the alchemy of life. That is amazing. And, it makes you stop and think, quite honestly. When we're in the middle of it, when something's happening and we're being cracked open, it is no bueno. It is not fun. It's like, oh man, I just want this to be over. And it never fails. That there's something we learn from those opportunities, right? Something happens to us. We do become expanded. We do become more filled with our soul, filled by the Holy Spirit. We do become more focused on like, okay, you got my attention, ready to kind of sit in that and listen and meditate and be open and ready for those, those healing moments that happen when this sort of thing goes down, when you're in the muck and the mire, in that refiner's fire. That's interesting. That's another gold reference. The refiner's fire, if you don't know what that is, it's like a spiritual reference. I think I first heard about it in the Bible, and it talks about this process, and it's very similar, I think, to the cracked open card here, where there are moments in life when we basically are in what they call a metaphorical fire, the refiner's fire, being refined. All of the dross, the parts that are not gold, are being melted away, are being burned away. It's like a sacred process, and the parts that remain are the purest, most gold, most beautiful parts. And so that's what this makes me think of, being cracked open, and then the alchemy part being the actual process of the refiner's fire, being purified, having those things that are not serving our best interests, are getting in the way of us being able to serve others, or whatever it is that's happening, is burning all of that away. It's like a sacred, very sacred process. It's interesting that we have all of these gold references. And these cards, there's a lot of gold on these cards. There's a lot of yellows, cosmic yellows over here. Those cards, these two right here, it's called the gold ink from the gold ink guidebook. So there's definitely something happening. This talked about purity, keeping your heart pure. And then let's see what our final card says. Oh, well, actually, we're going to have these three little cards here. But the final oracle card says, portal. Look at that. It's amazing. Oh, my God. That's so beautiful. What a beautiful card. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. Wow. It kind of looks like she's like see her foot. She's like moving in this. She's moving forward. She's ready to go through this portal. She's ready to take a chance on something beautiful, new, exciting that she doesn't see what's on the other side of it. She doesn't know, but she's going to have the courage to move through the portal to see what is on the other side. So let's see what this one has to say. All right. And it also comes to us from the Starseed Oracle Guidebook by Rebecca Campbell. All right, it says here, doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. Planets are aligning. The timing is right. The universe is saying yes. And that is a big capital Y-E-S. That's like an emphatic yes. You have the Midas Touch. You guys, we were just talking about all this gold. We were talking about the refiner's fire, alchemy, turning lead into gold. Wow. 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 All right. You have the Midas Touch. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. It's also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can occur. Refiner's fire, getting cracked open, right? Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. You're swimming with the cosmic current of life. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Remember, this card was all about don't lose focus. Focus on the light. Keep your heart pure, your heart space pure. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well-earned fruits. When this card comes up in a spread, it's a sure sign that effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into that new reality. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy and jump right on in. The Starseed Soul Inquiry says, what would you most like to experience? Wow, you guys, that is amazing and phenomenal. And I would encourage you, claim this. I still have my little 4-leaf clover here. I don't know if you saw yesterday's reading, but I found a 4-leaf clover in my backyard yesterday. So I'm like, yeah, this is all sounding really awesome. So I'm going to claim it. I hope it resonates with you guys. I hope you can claim it also. Let's also flip these cosmic cards over. First one says, look around and find some signs the universe is speaking to you. I'll say, look at all of this. Wow. It's like amazing. It also says, your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. Aww. And that's right next to the write a letter to your inner child. That's precious. That's very precious. And we have our last one. And these come to us from the Messages of Cosmic Oracle cards. And it says, someone is in need of your love. Offer it to them. Oh, and look at this beautiful heart. That is so amazing. And it's right next to this girl who was talking about keeping your heart pure, focusing on the light. Whatever happens, and something big is coming in. Something big and life-changing is coming in. And it could, from the information that, really what I'm getting, the energy is that, I mean, you could be famous tomorrow. I don't know. This is like that kind of big level, like change your life, become a millionaire overnight kind of thing, okay? That's big, big, big changes. And it can easily take you can easily get swept up into that materialism, sudden wealth, those kind of things, whatever, recognition. You could easily get swept up in not focusing on the light. You can get focused on other things that distracts, detracts, takes your mind away from where it is that you really need to be focused on, right? So this is reminding you, I think this big giant heart right here is reminding you to stay grounded in your light. Stay focused on it because you are going through something that's purifying you and there's a major transformation happening. So if this is at all resonating with you, definitely stay grounded, stay centered in the heart space. Something big is coming in. I mean, big. Like mind-blowing big, okay? 34 on the clock, as I said that. Set 7-7. We've got some big, powerful angel energy here too. And there's a portal. Your new life awaits you. What do you want that life to be like? Keep your intentions pure. Keep your heart pure. Stay purified. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else really for me to say, quite honestly. But we would definitely love to hear in the comments. Share with us, right? Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and comment. This helps grow our little channel, and also helps us to connect with each other. Because in this great, big, vast universe, you know, sometimes it's great to make connections, I think. Also, please remember that not all messages are going to resonate, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Thank you again, Saint Germain, for bringing us this wonderful and exciting message today. I claim it, I resonate with it, and I hope all of you can too. Love and light. Take care.